Welcome to Knuckle Town.
Yeah. Please tell me that I can't, that I won't, that I fail, that I'll never make it out, yeah. Please tell me all the bad, never good, fill my head full of every single doubt, yeah. Please say any negative thoughts, I pop off when I hear people say I cannot. I get off to the thought of proving everyone wrong, I won't stop to the top, so you better back off and get lost. I'ma stay loud, stay proud, never running out, never heading south. I'll be spreading out, call it word of mouth, can't put me down, I'll be getting loud. You can have it douse, not what I'm about, have your f***ing cloud, it be raining now. I keep making sound, go another round, I'm legend bound, can't stop me now.
Welcome to Knuckle Town.
A slow burn like a disease. Just tell me that I can and show you things that you couldn't believe. Just tell me that I can. Just tell me that I can.
I see my picture. I see the picture there. We are live right now. I think hang on, wait, let's get this camera rocking. We got a problem with the camera here. All right, here we go. We live. Sorry about that. Welcome to Knuckle Town. It's your boy Big Face, man. Technical difficulties aside, man, we have a very exciting interview scheduled right now for y'all, man. Of course, if you saw BKFC 62 in Miami, then you already know that there is a king of the featherweight division as he's been rolling through, and we are joined by none other than featherweight BKFC champ of the world, King Kai Stewart, man. Welcome to the show, brother.
Hey, what's up, man? It's been a long time coming. You bet against me, so it took some warming up to do, but we're here now, and thank you for the support, and thank you for being publicly supporting of me. A lot of people haven't, but after BKFC 62, the tide has turned. The tide has finally turned, and now we're going for it.
Well, yeah, I told you, champ. I mean, yeah, absolutely. It's been a long time coming trying to get the interview. Of course, I picked against you and against HD. I picked against you against Duran. You obviously, there's no fluke, went in and won both of those fights, convincingly dominating the fights, looking good while doing it too, man. So anybody that was on the fence at this point, has to say, out with the hefty bag and in with the king, definitely.
Oh, one thing I gotta say about Duran, at first and foremost, is like he sold that place, and it was a fun time. Like he made
you guys.
He made my entrance in as king a grand entrance. I had to win that crowd over, and I think I did for a lot of people, even online. People are in the comments constantly like, dude, holy shit, you're really learning how to do this. Bare knuckle is you. You are bare knuckle, like all of that. And, the more I rewatch the fight, the more I rewatch my whole run, it's like, wow, the evolution into literally the bare knuckle rule set. And I feel like I've embodied that the most out of everybody on the roster, to be honest.
I mean, for real, you're no cupcakes on your agenda. You definitely beat the great fighters they put in front of you. And Gallo, a bare knuckle fighter with no background in amateur sports, which everyone else has some sort of background in a combat sport. Bare knuckle, you took it over. You beat the what they consider the polished boxer in HD. You beat the street fighter in Gallo. I mean, you've changed your striking is amazing. I want to talk about that a little bit, champ. Your improvement in your striking with your wrestling background, the improvement in your striking is amazing, man. You're so busy. Your motor is crazy.
That's exactly how I wrestled. I was always like, as much pressure forward smartly. Obviously, if you forward pressure too much, you're going to get thrown or you're going to get taken down. But, side to side, I can pressure somebody moving back. And as long as I'm throwing a combo, which my step back hook, me and my girlfriend actually came up with that. We called it the 69. We couldn't come up with a number, so we called it the 69. And it was one of the called the slips. His foot slipped, but it slipped after I landed the hand. That literally a coin flip. So I'm not mad. I still got the win, but it was whenever I stepped back, hook, and he went to the ground. So It's just pressure. That's all it is. And
Well, they did go back and call one of them a knockdown. I know that. I don't know about both, but they did go back and call it a knockdown when they watched
yep,
the tape. So.
I had the fake left hook knockdown, which is one that they went back and gave me, and then I had the overhand right that sat him, knocked him down. I don't think I might have dazed him a little bit. You know, that's for him to tell people, but because he's the only one in his head. But I think just the power I've obtained from DL training systems has taken me over the edge in my strength and conditioning. So I think he felt the most power out of any of my opponents because I've actually learned how to box a little bit. And like, I really, really, really want to like keep focusing on my boxing, but I also am not going to forget what got me to the main dance. And that's what everybody's going to have to think, you know, what is Kai going to do next?
I mean, absolutely. And your footwork, you didn't sustain a lot of damage. You took some heavy shots. Gallo is a known big puncher. He can definitely bang with the best of them at that weight class. And you really came out, a couple of lumps. You're always going to be lumped up. This is bare knuckle fighting, but you came out pretty unscathed.
Yeah, I mean, I've healed up pretty nicely. We actually just took the last stitch out, I believe, this side today. There was one little stitch left and finally gone. But the footwork, so something that I realized, I spent 17 years with my right foot forward as a wrestler. And I'm a right-handed fighter, so naturally a coach is going to tell me to go orthodox. Obviously, my striking has got better in orthodox, but I've newly found out about southpaw. So I think I switch back and forth super, super, super well. And it's like striking starts with the footwork. Like anybody can throw a half decent punch, you know, even like some of those bar fighters will get a good overhand right some days. But once you start learning the footwork and the in and out, because I'm not going to get tired in 5 2-minute rounds.
Well, even the psychology behind a righty not fighting southpaw in boxing is different, right? You want to save your strong hand, but in bare knuckle, there's no saving. Everything's real up front, so it makes sense if you can fight. So I'm a righty, and I like to fight southpaw. I like to lead with my strong hand, and if you can do that naturally and feel good doing it, that's dangerous too. You know what I mean?
I felt like I was really pumping the jabs from both sides, and my coaches all joked with me because my every single interview, I'm always just like, I'm a wrestler, and damn right I'm a wrestler, but Kai, you're starting to become a boxer, and
you're a bare knuckle fighter for sure.
I'm a bare knuckle fighter, and that's the difference, you know. And
let's talk about that because the bosses love it. Mr. Feldman loves it. Nelson Lopez Jr. loves it. They all love it. Conor McGregor obviously loves it. On the internet, showing you a lot of love all over the internet, man. How does that make you feel, bro? Right on.
It's the only poster I've had, and my coach gave it to me because he goes, "Hey, remember where Conor started?" Because in every interview, HD, Gallo, even Rusty Crowder was calling me this privileged kid, and like hell no, I'm not. Like I've the shit I've been through in my life. It just makes all of this so much better. And you know, Conor McGregor, he started at the bottom, you know. He was scraping by at one point, and my coach gave it to me, and I was like, yeah, I'll put it up because like if you look at the rest of my house, I don't decorate. So I was like, fuck it, I'll put it up. My coach gave it to me, and then
typical dude.
2 months later, Conor McGregor becomes a part owner of Bare Knuckle, and I'm just like, what the fuck is life? I was like, somebody say just kidding. Okay. But, you know, overall, I have to act like I've been here because in reality, I'm that guy now. I'm winning voting. I'm winning all sorts of stuff. Why did I turn sideways?
My man flip my man Kai. It's the only way you can get him sideways. You got to flip the screen. What we got there? Does that something to do with us there, Chris? Look, he said, I'll solve it for you. I don't know why that did that, Kai, but I do want to, on what you were touching on, yeah, you are that guy. You're definitely that guy. And probably, you know, heavyweights get a lot of love, but in BKFC, 145 is the division with, it seems like the most stars, the most star power, the most homegrown talent. And you guys have shown that you can break the records, packing it in. And, you know, BKFC is, bare knuckle is fastly growing. And you said it on the internet, I've watched your perception change after Miami. You finally getting some respect that you deserved. And you're young, man. You're young. You're very young.
Yeah, that's why I'm really shooting for big fights. You know, Bleacher Report just they came out with the top guy saying with Ryan Garcia like that.
I
I
saw
know
that.
I know it's far fetched, but amid his suspension, this and
Hey,
that, he said fuck boxing. He even mentioned bare knuckle. I'm his weight. He's young. He's 1 year older than me, so a battle of too young. You know, he is definitely the fight. Like he's the money fight. He's the mega star. You know, and whenever I put him down, if that fight ever happened one day, like that's how I make it. That's how I help David
absolutely.
Feldman make BKFC. Like BKFC is definitely a powerhouse right now. We are steamrolling straight ahead. But if a young star can break through like that, that's what he needs. Like that's what the company needs. And you know, I'd be willing to be that guy. I know that's far fetched. I'm pretty sure I'm still fighting Jimmy Rivera next, but you know, I can hope, and we're gonna do it. So
So while you mention that, I do want to ask your opinion on something, Kai. What do you think about Mike Perry and the Jake Paul fight? I mean, that's huge, right? I mean, that's right down your alley. What you're talking about.
yeah, I really want to. I want to see Mike Perry win. I really want to see him do this thing. Um,
Me too.
like it'll give bare knuckle some respect because everybody wants to see Jake Paul lose. Like he's definitely a heel in combat sports. So
Yeah,
once Mike Perry wins, you know, we may never see Mike Perry fight again. If he wins, he's going to get paid out. You know, and good for him. Hats off to him. But yeah, I'm rooting for him. We are. You know, bare knuckles a family. He even messaged me after my fight and said let's go, and I was like, wow, okay, Mike Perry's messaging like that, that's pretty cool.
yeah. You know, it's
So so yeah, I hats off to him. I hope he makes a bag. He's gonna set up his family for life, and hopefully it comes back to bare knuckle. And then because if not, you know, I will gladly take the play at face of BKFC. I'll
I'm
gladly
pretty
take it.
sure. I'm pretty sure you'll see Mike Perry back in bare knuckle, but I think him doing well in this could definitely help you in this whole. Because I don't want to hear anything far fetched. There's been way more far fetched things in combat sports happen, and
Yeah.
Ryan Garcia has shown to be, you know, kind of all over there, you know, and he has. I've seen the interviews him mention bare knuckle, so it can happen. I would love to see it happen, but
He also beefs with Bryce Hall, and Bryce Hall and I we met up at the Hard Rock, and we have
that's
a
right. I
video
saw
of
that.
us saying we're going to train together. So you know, there's a lot of pieces of this puzzle, and Ryan Garcia saw my story. You know, he's looking. So
So
our
you're
foot
looking
is
at.
through, our foot is through the door, and now my next fight is where I'm gonna just fucking kick that thing in and own the place. So I'm hoping it's a massive name like Ryan Garcia, but I would love to take a legend's head off and send him off into the sunset and take over that way. So either way, my next fight is where I blow up. This is where I got my foot in the door and people started to respect me. Now it's time to it's time to put somebody away. I've had 4 5-round fights in a row, so it's like time to put somebody away and cannot wait.
Right, and you went in there with people that you know have knockout ratios that, and they could not get you out of there down. In most instances, not even in trouble the whole fight. So, I mean, definitely hats off to you on that. So let's talk about, as you say, little Jim Rivera. I heard you say that a few times. Have you signed the contract for Jimmy, or is this just we think it's the next fight?
You know, as champion, they give me my space, but you know, having somebody come into the ring is a pretty good tell. Me and Jimmy had a great build up, and then it kind of dwindled off, and then he went out and beat Strauss, and Strauss is a legend of the sport as well. So you know, he needs one more chance, you know, ride out on either in the sunset or into the ether. So I think that it's a great retirement fight for him. He's earned it. The dude that he beat prior to Strauss, he is now like the Ultimate Fighter hasn't finished, but there's a lot of rumors saying that he won the Ultimate Fighter. So he hasn't beaten. He has beaten some very tough competition. Jeremy Stevens is one hell of a fighter, and Jimmy Rivera was winning that fight until the doctor stopped it, in my opinion. Like obviously, Jeremy Stevens hit him hard as fuck, and shit happened, but it's bare knuckle. That's just life. So I think it's a great fight. I've wanted the fight. I've respected him. He's been in there with legends. So let's
And
go.
it's a name that motivates you, right? I mean, that's what it's about. At the end of the day, you're the fighter. You have to get in there and fight. You have to have a reason in your heart to fight,
Yeah,
right?
it is the only fight outside of a mega fight with O'Malley or Garcia that it really just it gets me out of bed because he's a warrior, and my game plan is to break people, and statistically speaking, he's gone the distance with everyone, which like it's going to be a tough break. So I like the hard people to break are the funnest ones to break, and that's just what's going to happen. So.
I mean, I think the Jimmy people would love to see the Jimmy Rivera fight. Of course, they would love to see the Jimmy Rivera fight. But I do have to ask this because it's all over the internet, and I'm sure you've probably seen it. A lot of people are asking about Brandon Superman Allen in your weight class, #1 ranked contender, itching for a championship shot. Of course, what do you think about that, Brandon? And down the road, if you fight Jimmy, beat Jimmy, is Brandon Superman Allen on a path?
I'm going to probably take a while to fight, like not even by choice. Like I've asked to fight prior, and that's still 6 months down the way, the Jimmy Rivera fight. I'm not going to say exactly 6 months, but if you look at what I've gotten in the past, it's been 6 months. So then it's like, are you just going to sit on the shelf? Like the only reason he's #1 is because I've beaten everybody else. Like he cracked the rankings because he beat a tough guy from BYB, but we all know BKFC is the powerhouse. So beating somebody from BYB, the undefeated thing was cool, but in the end, you need to beat somebody in the BKFC top 5. And we all know Louis Lopez hardly counts, but Brian Duran did that, and that's why he got his shot. So there's a lot of people in the rankings that probably would love a fight. I think Brandon Allen versus James Brown would be a phenomenal fight. We all know HD wants to get back in there. Give him his shot. Like give HD the shot. So I just think that in the end, as the champion, I have to be motivated in what I'm doing. I have to have somebody that's going to sell the fight. And unfortunately, Brandon doesn't sell fights. And he's going to get in there. I do think that he's going to get in there eventually, but there's a long time between now and that fight. And you might as well make.
No, man, I respect that answer. That's a great answer. I mean, that's a fantastic, I mean, you got to respect that answer. That's great. And I understand.
Here's my point. I've done everything BKFC has said. And if you look at my record compared to a lot of the top guy records and my resume, I've fought people with tons of fights. Like I'm not like, so
the resume looks great. I've had an uphill battle. It's looking good right now. It's looking real good.
I've had an uphill battle, but that's how I want it to be. I want it to be there. And at this point, I've won 3 world titles. Now it's time to start becoming financially free and leaving a lasting legacy. So now it's time to get me some big names. I deserve it. Bare Knuckle deserves it because we're the best organization in the world. The numbers just don't say it yet. So give me the shot to bring BKFC to the mainstream media.
I mean, think about this, guy. Right now, what you're doing, let's look back 15, 20 years of UFC when it was just budding. Those superstars, the Ken Shamrocks, that's what one day you'll be looked upon as. This is the mainstream sport. It's going to be a mainstream sport. It's getting more. BKFC does it better than anyone in the business. It's your top-notch athletes, top-notch production. And, man, there's no more picking against Kai, man. I mean, I don't know how. I'm not picking against you again. If we're going to ride till the wheels fall off, you're on my parlay forever, man. For real.
Let's go.
Hey, by the way, while we're saying that, shout out to your boys, the Weekly Bus dudes. Shout out to Tyler and Levi. Great dudes, man. My guys. I had a great time, and they love you, man. They've been trumpeting, you from the beginning. That Montana, y'all got something going with that Montana momentum, man. For real.
That's why I think that, give Montana a show BKFC will never forget. Give me Sawyer DePee for a world title. Let me main event and defend my world title against like any big name, anybody that can sell. Give me blunt force trauma. Give him a big fight. Give Bryant Atkinson a #1 contender or a title
Well,
shot.
there you go. You got the fight card right there. They need to go ahead
Listen,
and record this
we're
BKFC.
we're all ticket sellers, and I think that the Metra is the biggest arena in Montana outside the football stadiums, and there's 12,500 capacity. I think that we could set a
Break the record.
BKFC attendance record, and then Montana can never be denied. We just won't be denied. Not
I mean, why
not to
not?
mention we have Ryan Ibsen. He's a 6'4", 145er. He's willing to fight anybody. We have James Dennis, who took out Miami's guy with 17 bare knuckle fights or whatever. I can't remember that guy's name or actual record, but that's what I heard. But give us the chance.
Everybody's saying down there, Kai, you beat Brian in HD. Anything in your division bring anything different than either of them? Do you think there's any fighters in your division that bring anything different? Because those are very differing styles, champ. You fought HD and you fought a Gallo. Who else brings anything? That's what he's saying. That I think we were talking about that with your motivations, right?
Jimmy Rivera is the only one. He kind of matches my style, which could bring in just a banger of a fight. I think I knocked Jimmy Rivera out. I think it's my chance to really show off my boxing. But if he wants to tangle, if he wants to move straight forward, just like I move straight forward, it's going to be a collision. And it's going to be an amazing collision. And that's the only exciting one in my division because they all refuse to fight each other. I'm the one that has had to fight everybody. So they all need to fight each other to really find me a #1 contender. And then by the time I beat Jimmy, though, we're definitely going to be this much closer to an O'Malley, a Ryan Garcia fight. Maybe we can get Mr. McGregor to share a poster saying King Kai versus King Ryan. That would be huge. So, there's so much stuff that we can do, but I'm just going to be grateful for the opportunity. I can't wait to talk to BKFC. And because in the end, it's I don't make the decisions. I'll talk as much shit as I need to whoever I need to. So
right.
we're going to get her done. And yeah.
So let me ask you this, guy. So Sturgis is coming up and it's not far from Montana. Might we expect to see you pop in Sturgis to see those two bad blondes do battle with Britton Hart and the Bee?
Yeah, I think that I found it exciting. I'm getting sick and tired of driving. I can't afford a private jet. Flights from Montana to South Dakota, I'd have to fly all the way to Salt Lake City, then to South Dakota. So it's not a shot. I found somebody to drive me. I'm gonna fucking sleep the whole way and call her a day. I do think we're going to come. We're not 100% committed. Obviously, life happens, but as long as that week goes good, I think that we're going to pop over and we're going to, because that's a huge show. I walk around with my belt. That's a lot of publicity.
I mean, absolutely. They're saying, 40,000, maybe 40,000 people coming to that at the Buffalo Bill. And, they got 500,000 people come through there in 2 weeks' time at Sturgis. So absolutely great for you. And great for the BKFC anytime you can show up, Kai, for real. I mean, that's just dope.
Yeah, I would love to ride a bike in, but, I don't have one. So, yeah.
You hear that, Harley Davidson? We need King Kai a sponsorship there with Harley or Triumph or American-made cycles over there. Get the Montana man on a bike for free. They out there.
Seriously, I think that it's going to be a fun time. Everyone has that uncle or somebody that's oh, we got to go to Sturgis. Sturgis is the place. So it's we've all heard about Sturgis. We'll go experience some Sturgis. Not to mention Brian Atkinson from Montana. He knocked out Josh Watson. He is a scary heavyweight. He got he had to figure some life things out, but he is back, and I think that he's gonna come out there and probably get a first round knockout. He's gonna come do the damn thing, and he's an exciting fighter to watch from Montana. And I might even sponsor him. We're gonna speak and see what I can do, and we're gonna go get it done. Ruben Roundstone from Montana, gonna be a banger of a fight. I hope I'm not missing another Montanan. I thought there was 3, but now I'm drawing a blank.
Hey, there's Big Ben. Kai says you might be able to make it happen with one of these extra bikes. Somebody's got the extra bike.
That would be insane.
Shout out to Big Ben.
Shout out Kyle Serber for shouting out Native Grown.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Of course, it's in just a baggie right now, but runs.
Yeah, yeah.
Just finished off the nug.
Gotta love the runts. Gotta love the
Yeah,
runts. I'm working
gotta
on some
love the
GG
runs from
myself.
Nathan
Working
Grown.
on some GG. And shout out to GRE while you're saying that. My boys, you know, they give you some nice CBDs and cannabis flower up there in the Northeast and shipped everywhere, all over. So, Kai, man, first of all, I want to say thank you, man, for allowing me to come on and eat a little crow publicly. You know, I definitely learned my lesson. And you know what? That's the way it's supposed to be in fighting. You know, you got to have an honest eye. And I've been watching fighting all my life, man. And the fact of the matter is, you definitely got the goods, man. You got the juice. For real, you got the juice.
Hey, are you with Knuckle Town Rankings?
I am.
Did you guys release any new rankings?
We haven't released the new rankings, but Howie Atherton, Mr. Knuckletown, has assured me on the Miami trip that we are very close to voting on the new rankings, so they should be out very shortly.
Nice. Cannot wait. It's going to be a good one. It's going to be a
Oh,
good
and that pound for pound rankings definitely going to be a good one. You should keep your eye on that one, Kai.
we might have to re-celebrate, but you know, the job's not done. Like I said, I say in a lot of my interviews, it's either evolve or get your ass kicked. So once again, no matter who I fight the next fight, it's gonna be impossible to train for me because every single fight, not only am I getting better in what I'm already good at, which is pressure and clinching and all that. And then my boxing's getting better. My footwork's getting even better. I'm learning how to fight both sides. Like,
your motor is crazy. Your cardio is totally the best cardio in BK.
Honestly, anybody that wants to fight me should have to come to my neck of the woods. I went down to Hollywood. You know, Jimmy Rivera lives in a very cool area, so I could put him out in his hometown, as long as it's a big enough venue, because we're gonna get something figured out with BKFC. Hopefully, we can hire a couple street teams in those big cities and sell the event out. I am a main event fighter from here on out. Hopefully, you know, there's still a couple big names in the organization, but I feel like I bring the true definition of bare knuckle fighting championship. You know, it's more than just boxing. So thank you so much for having me, bro. We can definitely talk. We can talk again soon. Hit me up. It's been a long time coming. I've been running, but now life should slow down during the week, so we're gonna be good to go.
I want to say before you get off here, champ, go ahead and shout out your sponsor. Shout out who you'd like to shout out, man. I know it takes a team to do what you do, and let them know.
This is just hilarious. Shout out my guy Chuck. That's Chuck. Oh, that's Chuck. Of Native Grown. He's without Native Grown, there's no Kai Stewart. Shout out to Fino 5-minute gummies. These are through Silverleaf Cannabis Co. Yes, businessman so good. I got 2 dispensaries to work together.
There you go.
And then shout out Dude Wipes, Death Grip Wax, Harvey Singh with Singh Contracting. Support your local fighter with the King Kai merchandise, which hit me up for a link. There's this actually says King Kai. This was just a prototype with the KSK, King Kai Stewart. So come grab them, and yeah, well, let's have a good time. Let's have a good next 6 months or however long BKFC is gonna put me on the shelf for. I'm gonna represent the belt to the best of my ability, and then, like I said before, it's time to knock somebody out. So no more decisions. Somebody's going to sleep.
Thank you, champ. I really appreciate it, man. You the man, man.
Yeah, thank you, guys. We'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.
Thanks, champ. I mean, there you have it, man. King Kai Stewart, definitely down in Miami at BKFC 62. If he didn't change the doubters' minds after fighting a very talented, hard Gallo who hit him with some big shots and weathered the storm, you know, definitely handles that 145 division. That belt has fought great guys. He answered the questions that we asked. We asked about, of course, Jimmy. That's who he wants to fight. We asked about Brandon Superman Allen. And, you know, basically his answer, you got it right there. So, first of all, man, BKFC, super exciting. And the 145-pound featherweight division, maybe one of the most exciting in the whole sport. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. And, you know, take them pads off, bitch.
Welcome to Knuckle Town.
Yeah. Please tell me that I can't, that I won't, that I fail, that I'll never make it out, yeah. Please tell me all the bad, never good. Fill my head full of every single doubt, yeah. Please say any negative thoughts. I pop off when I hear people say I cannot. I get off to the thought of proving everyone wrong. I won't stop to the top, so you better back off and get lost. I'ma stay loud, stay proud, never running out, never heading south. I'll be spreading out, call it word of mouth. Can't put me down, I'll be getting loud. You can have your doubts, not what I'm about. Have your f***ing cloud, if you're raining now. I keep making sound, go another round. I'm legend bound, can't stop me now.
Welcome to Knuckle Town.
with me. A slow burn like a disease. Just tell me what I can and I'll show you things that you couldn't believe. Just tell me